What is up, guys? Tyler Vape's back for another video, and we're going to be talking about battery safety today, about mech tubes and what batteries are the right ones to use. First of all, go follow Battery Mooch on Facebook, as he will tell you the actual amp rating of your batteries. And I'm going to start out this video by saying, do not use your mechanical devices if you don't know about your Ohm's law, if you don't know about your battery safety, your hybrid top caps, your mechanical box mods, your fucking stacked mechanical tubes, and so on. So, I've got a Spire 1800 40 amp high drain ICR, and I also have a Samsung 25R 18650. Difference between these is this is 1800 mAh and it says 40 amps, and this is a 3.7 volt 2500 mAh and it says 25 amps. Now this is not actually 40 amps, it is about 30 amps, as Battery Mooch has tested it twice. It used to be 35 amps, but now the actual rating is 30 amps on these Aspire 1800s. So the actual rating on the Samsung 25Rs is 20 amps. So first of all, check for battery tear. That's the first step to not having a battery vent. Battery wear and tear, dents, all that. Because all this outside of this battery here is negative, and this is positive here. So let's say you're screwing on, you put your battery in, and there's a tear in it, and you screw your Addy on, and then all of a sudden your battery just starts auto-firing. It'll start auto-firing because the negative is touching the negative and completing a circuit because your battery is teared up. That is not good, because then the battery will start to vent. So, know your Ohm's law. That's the second step of this video. Safest for this here is a 0.15. You can go down to 0.12. I don't recommend lower than 0.12. And the safest for this is about a 0.2 resistance because of the amp rating. So you put in a 0.2 resistance, and I'll leave a link down below to this Ohm's law calculator, as it helps a lot. So 0.2 resistance at 4.2 volts, you're getting about 21 amps, and that's safe for this Samsung. And that's all. That's more than safe for the Aspire 1800 there. So now let's go a 0.15 and 4.2 volts, 28 amps, and that's safe for this. Not safe for the Samsung, but safe for the Aspire. Now we're going to go through the protruding pins and all that. So let me just unscrew this here. I've got a Sherman RDA. Make sure it has a protruding pin like that, as you can see. If it doesn't, and your 510 pin and your threading connects to a battery like this in your mechanical tube at the same time, you will cause a dead short, and your battery will most likely end up venting on your hybrid top cap devices. Now, on these types, these are squonk boxes. There's also tubes that have the 510 pin on the top cap as well, but this squonk box. So same thing, check for battery wear and tear. This is a single 18651. You can get 2700 squonk boxes and so on, but it has a 510 up there, so you are safe. Your thing doesn't have to be protruding a whole lot, just as long as it protrudes still a little bit to make connection. But it doesn't have to protrude as much as it does on a hybrid top cap, because the hybrid top cap does not have a 510 pin built in. Your battery is making direct contact with your atomizer on a hybrid top cap device. Now for these stacked mechanical mods, you want to make sure you have batteries. Two batteries, they have to be the same batteries. They could be Samsungs, they could be Aspires, Sony VTCs, and so on. So, with the stacked, usually stacks come with a little magnet piece. You put one in between the batteries, and then you just put it in your tube there, screw it on, and it vapes. See? So, now, for your resistance and all that. On stacked devices, you do not go lower than 0.35. If you go lower than 0.35, your batteries will vent. It's a hot vape at 0.3. Trust me. No lower than 0.35. 0.35 is the safest bet for any batteries on a stacked mechanical device. Now, if you want to go to that Ohm's Law calculator that we were just at here, say you do a 0.35. And your voltage you're putting is 8.4 because it's running in series. So it's your voltage plus your voltage. You're running about 24 amps. And that's safe. Because your amperage continues throughout both batteries. So that's the safest bet. People say 0.4, but 0.35 is really the lowest you can go for safety. Alright guys. So that does it for this video. And remember, check for your battery wears and tears on your mods. And mechanical devices, they can come with, use 18350 batteries, they can use 18650, 2700, 26650s. The list goes on. Most importantly, know your amp limits, know your battery safety, your Ohm's Law, and you will not ever have a problem. Do not use your regulated tanks, like your regular tanks, like your Smock TF8s and your Vapresso fucking tanks and your iJoy tanks. Do not use sub-ohm tanks. Sub-ohm tanks, the pin, what happens is the pin pushes in. So if you go to screw it, it looks like it's protruding. You go to screw it in, it pushes up, boom, dead short, and your battery vents. That's where most of these horror stories come from. It's because people are using sub-ohm tanks on their mechanical devices. Do not do that. Use either RDAs with a protruding 510 pin, RDTAs with the same thing, RTAs. Only use RTAs if it has a protruding 510 pin or a solid piece. Say like the Ferro RTA is safe to run on it because it has a solid piece. Do not use the OBS engine because that is not safe on your mechanical devices. Alright guys, that wraps it up for the video. Hope you enjoyed this video, learned a lot from me. And check out advocacy down below because there's a fight happening in the US right now, Canada, Europe, and Australia, and all over the world. They're trying to fucking take away vaping from us. Right now in Ontario, there's a flavor ban that's trying to go into effect. So I'll put some advocacy links below where you can sign the petition and you can help us out up in Canada. Also check out Vaping Bogan on YouTube as well, and he'll tell you more about advocacy and all that's going on, regulations and whatnot. If we don't do this, then vaping's going to be fucked for the smokers that are trying to get off the fucking dories. And all this is going to be a complete chaos. You're not going to be able to get mechanical mods. You're not going to be able to test juices. None of that. It's all going to fucking go away. So, that is the most important thing. And, as always guys, it does not matter what you're vaping on as long as you're not hucking those dirty, stinky, fucking disgusting cigarettes. And as always, vape on.